Alrighty, we're doing an episode review. I should also mention this in regards to Variant Lucifer. Whenever I get it and I do the video. Please, if anybody is watching, my literal message is that if you see anybody saying X, Y, and Z is out, when are you going to do the video? Literally like when I get it, please. Every time there's a new release, I have to say this so people don't like bombard me and like body me in the comments saying, bruh, where's the new release? If you're wondering how I watch these episodes, I use a VPN and I go to the Koryu YouTube channel. As far as I'm concerned, the Koryu YouTube channel is the only legal way you can actually like support the official release, because obviously that's where the episodes are uploaded to officially. Anything else I do not consider. Please support the official release. Anyways, it's a little bit of a flashback. They actually do cut to, so you remember how Hyuga goes up against Lane and we're like, oh, okay, well, what happened? Well, literally, like, you remember how, like, the 2 times where they say Lane had a battle and we see it off screen and we don't know what happened? Yeah, that's literally, like, this episode is, like, development for Lane. So, his Lucifer Bay is literally, like, Hyperion's going at it, it can't do anything, big surprise, and he lost to a burst. There's another thing, too, which is something with the Legends Festival. So I'm pretty sure, what is it, Hikaru made it? So I'm pretty sure something with his match with Volt and Free or whatever. I think Hyuga didn't make it, or he needs to do something to make it. I'm pretty like we already know the gist of it. Anyways, the best thing I want to really go over is Volt and Shu's moments here, because they actually have a moment where they actually talk to each other and everything, and they're like talking about Lane, and Shu is actually worried about Lane. Now a lot of people are thinking that Shu's like, oh, Shu's gonna be red again. No, it's like Shu has him as his like pupil and everything, and he's worried because he feels that Lane is probably gonna go on a path of like similar to his red eye phase, right? Because if you notice, in his battle, he keeps on raging out, he keeps on like going with too much power, and we actually see the matchup between Lane and Free, basically the one where we're like, oh yeah, Free lost to that rookie Blader in New York, remember that moment? So I don't know what Bay he was using. I'm pretty sure someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but he should have Geist Fafnir, because the whole reason in the anime why he has Mirage is because he lost to Lane, so he wanted to make a new Fafnir that was better. Now, this battle, while it doesn't really have much actually going on, in fact, they only really have Uranus? God, I hate I said the wrong name. Free's up against it, and yo, RIP to Free, man. Free gets kind of like dramatized, like worse than like Phi. So the battle's going on, Free's seeing this, and literally Uranus comes crashing down, and you hear like this sound. Like I just had to slam the desk, like it sounded like Fafnir broke. Now, most likely Fafnir lost to a burst, but Shu's expression, his expression, and his expression lead me to believe that most likely Geist Fafnir broke, because I'm assuming Free used Geist Fafnir, and that's why Free does not like Lane. That's why Free sees when he's battling those kids, the little resonance sinks, he was getting excited, because at first, didn't really see much in him, and then after when he realized the true power, that's when he started to realize this is serious and he needs to stop him. Lane is so strong, and I feel so bad for Free. I'm literally like wheezing out at the fact that Free literally had like this battle against this kid, and this kid literally went, yeah, I'm strong. You want to see how strong I am? Bro, what are you doing? You want to see how strong I am, my dude? And then after he just kills it, and then after Shu sees him literally like just making his bay, and he's like, how did he just make a bay? You want, bruh, come on. So he has the whole Black Sun thing going on, and he has a conversation with Volt and everything. So next week, it's going to be our boy Dante Koryu, or Drum Koryu, that comes back. He's running, he's very expressive and everything, even as the whole Gachi, Gachinkora! Or I'm sure when the dub comes for this eventually, it's probably be like, it's time to rise up. Personally, I'm so excited for Dante. I'm pretty sure he's gonna body Ranjiro, funny enough. Again, as for the episode, nothing really too particular, just the whole, you know, backstory to Lane/Lean. I usually make these episode reviews a little bit longer. It really just depends, because really, this definitely was a good episode. It's just that not too much substance. It was mostly just like flashbacks and everything, and it was good for the character development for, let's say, for Shu and pushing Lane. And I actually think that Lane is setting himself up for failure. Now, something I do want to mention, and I don't know if I'll put a picture of this, but I do recall seeing with the 2D, I'll probably leave this somewhere at the end with this screenshot, or if not, I'll just talk about it. So the 2D chassis, the one with the whole rubber blades and everything, right? It does have this sort of like awakened state, and I did mention this in my Koro video, where apparently the rubber blades are supposed to get worn to the point where like the attack point becomes exposed on it instead of the rubber blade, I guess. So what I think is going to happen with Lane is that eventually he's going to mess up, and that's how Lucifer quote-unquote evolves, if anything. You can call it silly, you can call it dumb. I personally am super interested to see how Lucifer is going to, you know, perform and everything. Final thoughts with Lucifer before I get on to this and talking about Drum and what I think for next week. I think with Lucifer, it really does seem like maybe the barrier gimmick is sort of effective. What I've noticed is that, you know, with the whole gimmick thing, it seems like bays truly get worn out and everything. Like when they're battling, like they'll just keep on hitting it, and then after, at the end, the barrier comes down, and the barrier comes down and everything, and then after, like, Lucifer seems to outspin it, right? I'm talking about, like, for the real battle. So I was thinking that maybe for the anime, what they'll do is that once they find out the truth about Lucifer's gimmick and everything, like, okay, the barrier comes out but only when it's at high speed. So if we manage to slow down the speed of Lucifer and make it waste all of its stamina, then we can break through the barrier and take it down. So I personally think that maybe the Legendary Blades will find this out and they'll try to expose it. My guess, I don't think, maybe Free or, I think Free or Louis, maybe Shoeblades, who knows. I think Free or Louis might actually be the ones who figure it out and develop the strategy. But I think this will only happen once Hikaru and Hyuga have maybe like a 2v1 against Lane. As for Drum, yeah, Drum seems to be very silly and everything, seems to be, you know, it's Drum. I am assuming with how this will work with the whole gimmick with Dragon, I'm assuming that probably at first the low blades thing won't pop up like the awakened mode. It'll first be in bound mode, and then after maybe then the next battle that Drum has, he'll go into like his awakened state. It's gonna be interesting to find out. The one thing I'm a little bit curious on is why the CGI for Tempest Dragon was not shown, because we clearly see the Drum is gonna battle. My guess to this is because of the fact that maybe how the anime episodes are developed, they don't really know when the Bay gets revealed, so maybe that's why they held it off. Because I know with Free, we didn't know Mirage Fafnir until literally the Koro, and then after, okay, that's Mirage Fafnir, so then after we kind of got the idea. I am curious, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, tell me your thoughts for Drum and everything. What do you think of how Free kind of got traumatized a bit? With first Uranus, no less. Without like the 2D thing, it didn't seem to see how the 2D thing was developed. It was after the battle with Free. That's where I'm ending off, man. I enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.